very happy to be in Nairobi, back in town again. I spent 11 years in this country running UCP, so it was very nice to come back, and I come back regularly. This conference on agroecology and also reduction of the pesticide in agriculture is very, very timely. It's been just about 10 years that the UN Commission report on agriculture, which was the International Assessment of Agricultural Knowledge, Science and Technology for Development, had been published. And the call from the 400 authors of this report, including many people from Africa, was to transform agriculture towards agroecology and actually transform the whole food system to more sustainability. So we decided to have a conference to discuss sort of a little bit where are we with development of agroecology following this call for action already 10 years ago, which by the way was signed and endorsed by Kenya and 16 other African countries and about 50 others on a global scale. So this conference has actually addressed the issue of do we have enough evidence to make agroecology the mainstay of agricultural policies in Africa. Because there's a lot of discussion out there on how are we going to nourish the continent with its growing population, develop different needs, and also in face of the challenges of the climate change, for example, in addition to all the other problems which we have. So I think from what we heard and what we knew even beforehand, yes, agroecology can produce enough food for a growing population in Africa in the face of the challenges which will come from climate to changing needs, for example. So we know that. So the evidence is there. Now the question is how do we bring the evidence to the policymakers, decision makers? And here again, we have decided to come down with a list of actions which can be taken as a matter of urgency by policymakers. And so we also expressed what we want and what we don't want in terms of policies. And I think one of the biggest element of this policy is to make sure that governments start to invest their funding and also convince the development partners to put their funding into agroecological research and development and extension. Unless we have more research, and in particular more extension of what we already know towards the farmers, include them in the whole process of developing new technologies and new science, new knowledge, things will not work. So we know we need a new emphasis, a very strong one, in promoting agroecology as the only practice which will take care of the challenges which Africa, but the same in the rest of the world, will face in the coming decades. So I think we can be quite happy with the results of this conference, and now the job of the organizers, the job of all the people who participated will be to bring this message to the stakeholders and decision makers at many different levels, from the local to the regional, to the national, and even international attention, so that the transformation will happen without any delays. Climate change is coming. We have more and more problems with climate change, extreme weather patterns, droughts and floods. So one of the main tenets of agroecology is actually resilience, and that's what we are trying to build more and more.
Organic beauty, organic dressing, organic everything.